Hello, class. Once again, I think this is a great TED Talk. I think one of the topics that she went over that really hit a chord with me was being together but alone. Um, and also the image where her daughter was with her friends and all three of them were on their phones, but just right next to each other, and they considered it hanging out. I think there was a time where um, I was on BART, and there I was hanging out with a group of friends, and this was pre-COVID, and we were just all talking, hanging out and having a good time. And someone on the train had said to one of us, "I think it's great that you guys are here having a conversation." And he asked the man, like, "What do you mean by that?" And he said, "Because nowadays so many people are on their phones right next to each other, and here you guys are all having a conversation and laughing and having a good time." And it made him feel happy. So that was like one of the eye-opening experiences I personally have. Um, I think that technology has, for me personally, done some good and some bad. I have, because now that I've moved away from my hometown, I'm able to have conversations with friends that I don't see anymore through different, social media or different apps, so that I still feel connected to them, even though I'm not able to be there. And even with COVID, I'm able to still feel that I can have like game night through, Zoom or other things with other friends, and that helps me to stay connected. But at the same time, I can see as a con where in my life, actually, kind of recently, one of my friends, she had someone very close to her pass away, and in a way, for her, the best way to reach her was with text. But in my so for me, it was within my comfort to go ahead and also text her instead of, keep calling every day to check in on her, because I didn't want to make her feel that I was intruding. So I think that's almost a con, because if it were if I were closer and lived near her, I would just drive over and see how she was, regardless if she picked up the phone or not. So I think that's how it's kind of changed the way that I've interacted with people. And also how in the TED Talk, she had discussed how a man had told her he didn't feel like interrupting his coworkers because they're so busy on their emails. And I can kind of see that, where some people would rather just shoot a text message instead of actually just knocking on the door and saying hello. And then this other question, I think that a way that we can reconnect or make human connections is really just unplugging. Technology is great, but it has no substitution for actual human face-to-face conversation, which is actually, even for me with COVID teaching, I'm really miss being in the classroom and learning, because that's the way that I learn best. And just the way that people talk with their influx helps me to remember things. And with technology and things, it's not the same. So I think maybe just even being able to go out more when this pandemic is over, I think we'll all see how we're craving to have human connection, and we want to disconnect from technology. Well, that's it. I hope to see everyone else's response. Bye.